I love surprises. So lucky for me, I'm in the right job for it because every week we get the keys to a brand new car. Sometimes they're good surprises and sometimes they're not so good surprises. So let's see what side of that scale Honda's all-new Jazz falls on. New Jazz is a lot more modern in its styling than the outgoing model. From the side, there's quite a bit more sculpting going on around the wheels, while the front certainly has a more aggressive look to it. The windscreen is more steeply raked, but Jazz retains that look of a hatch with a bit of a mumsy feeling to it. The funky wheels are anything but mumsy, while new rear lights and short overhangs might see it gaining more appeal among a younger market. For me, it's slightly disappointing in the flesh compared to pictures I'd seen last year, but this could be down to the rather unique colour of our test car. Let's face it though, the Jazz has never been about its styling. People don't necessarily buy it for its looks. Its big selling point is space and versatility. And new Jazz does of course have plenty of that.
Ta-da!
Hello,
You were
Brendan.
talking about surprises.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, look, it certainly passes the Labrador test. I mean, there's a lot of space back here.
Absolutely, those magic seats are still there,
Yeah,
except
I know.
they've got a bit more space to play with.
A little more space to play with, and apparently they're a lot easier to work with now.
Yeah, I mean, it's one touch to put the seats down, and if you want to put a bicycle in, you simply pull the seat up and lock it in place. It's a very clever mechanism.
Yeah, it's very convenient, and in that regard, it's still the same. But there are a couple of surprises in there in terms of design and also tech.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got that whole new display screen in the center console, which, surprise, surprise, has no buttons.
Absolutely none. I mean, buttons are so 1999, and this is a move that's quite daring for Honda.
Yeah.
I quite like the way it works. It's
Yeah.
really easy to use, not too intimidating.
And it has always been a young mommy's car.
Yeah.
And in this segment of the market, you don't get many small cars that offer this amount of space.
Certainly. I mean, in its 11 years in South Africa, it's really become the first port of call for young families looking for something that's compact, spacious, well-equipped, and of course, affordable.
And interestingly, although the wheelbase is longer, Jazz is actually smaller. It's shorter, which is also against the grain of what other small cars are doing.
Now look, and you can definitely feel the benefit of that extended wheelbase when you're riding in the car. There's plenty of space to stretch out, and it's quite pleasant,
Even if you're not in the boot.
even if you're not in the boot.
The model we're driving is the tried and tested 1.5 litre engine currently found in the Jazz range, putting out 88 kilowatts and 145 newton meters. It's a pleasant engine that's more than adequate for around town driving or on the open road. Interestingly though, there'll also be a new 1.2 litre iVTEC engine. This offers 66 kilowatts and 110 newton meters, and in my opinion will again see Jazz appealing to younger buyers. So Brendan, we've had this car pre-launch, so we haven't driven it a huge amount, but from the short drives that we have done, what do you think?
Right, so it's got a new monocoque, so it's tauter and more pliant and all of that good stuff, but it still doesn't make any pretense about the fact that it's most happiest in the suburbs. I mean, the steering is light, shifts are easy, it's nice.
Yeah, it's
overall.
nice. It's not a huge leap forward in terms of drive quality, but that's great because it's
Yeah.
the Jazz, you know.
That's what the Honda owners want, familiarity, and I mean, in that regard, it's good.
Absolutely. The one thing that is a very pleasant surprise for me that I was a little bit worried about, the last few Hondas I've driven I haven't enjoyed because they're building them in India and you can feel it. So
of
this,
course.
I'm very glad to say, is back to the old Honda that...
It feels like a proper Honda.
Exactly.
With that said though, I did notice some ill-fitting panels here and there, but I mean, because it's a pre-launch car, we can almost forgive it. One thing I've noticed though is the abundance of storage spaces. I mean, right here, there's so many compartments because sometimes you don't want your wallet to touch your phone or your twist or whatever, you know, just keep it separate. Once again, convenience.
Yeah, and very thoughtful.
So Lindsay, can I show you just how much space is in the cubby of the new Honda Jazz?
Show me.
Boom!
Oranges.
I think if you're banting, you're definitely going to be happy with this kind of storage space.
Are we making orange juice in there? How many have you got?
13.
13 oranges.
13.
Hey Brendan, knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I brought you some oranges?
Who writes this?
Whether you're after storage space for oranges or the orange paint colour, you'll pay upwards of 180,000 Rand for your new Jazz. There are 7 variants in the range, with the top spec 1.5 CVT coming in at 265,000 Rand. So Brendan,
Good surprise, not so good surprise.
I think the new Honda Jazz is a pleasant surprise. I mean, it carries all those good virtues from the old one, but with a little more spice into the mix, especially in terms of styling. I love what they've done with it. At the front, you can see some elements from that new FCV concept car that they unveiled recently. Great. And of course, you can still have those traditional conservative Honda hues if orange is a bit too shocking for you, which a lot of people are going to appreciate. My only gripe is that it's underwheel, but that's a small thing, you know?
For me, I think the styling exterior I'm not completely convinced about just yet, but maybe that's just a matter of the color. Interior styling, love what they've done with that. It still feels quality, but it's a little bit more up to date. I'm interested to drive the 1.2 version because I think that will put it in a space of really smaller and cheaper cars that offer space, which so many of the 1.2s don't really offer.
Definitely.
But more of the same, just better.
Same, but different. Yeah.